Good morning, YouTube. It's Rob from Milwaukee Bikers, and the day has finally arrived. You may be wondering, Rob, why are you dressed so glamorously? Where are you going? Well, let me tell you, I'm about to do a 3-hole oil change on Caliente. Join me. All right, so let's do this. I have Caliente here. I am ready to do the 3-hole oil change, which, is it just me? There's a 3-hole oil change or a 3-hole sound weird? I think it sounds weird. Anyway, for you, those of you that don't know, the 3-hole is engine, tranny, and primary. And it's time for the 1K for Caliente. And I went out and got YouTube certified by Off Week Garage. Thank you very much, sir. I'll put a link to his video here. He did a really good job of explaining it and kind of showing, you know, the metal particulars or metal particles in the tranny and the primary, which you don't get in the engine because it's got a filter on it. But yeah, here I've got all my stuff. I've read through my owner's manual. I've got my 5/8 inch socket. Got an extension here to reach the oil filter, a couple torque wrenches, drain pan. I got this really cool kit from Amazon. It's got all the funnels you need. I've got my gasket set, some blue Loctite, plenty of Sin 3, and there's been some debate on what should you put in your transmission and primary. Well, if you look at the owner's manual, it says if you're using Sin 3 20 weight 50, then that can go in the tranny and primary too, and that's what I got from my local dealership. When I said, hey, I'm going to do this, they said, here you go, this is what you need. Looked it all up, we're good to go. Let's see here. What else? I found my T27 driver here. Pull off the primary. And right now you're looking at my bike and going, is he going to do it on the Jiffy stand? And the answer is yes, because you can look all over in this really messy garage here and you will find no motorcycle lift. So I am roughing it today. I just turned on the bike to get it up to operating temperature, and now I'm waiting for it to cool off. You can hear it clicking. As everything's cooling off, and I'm ready to get started. Let's do this. All right, so this bad boy right here is one we're pulling off. Right there. I'm gonna take that one off. That's for the engine. This is for the transmission. Engine in front, tranny in back. And then all the way over here, right there, is the one for the primary. So they're all pretty close to each other. So it'll be exciting when I empty out the primary, because I don't think my oil pan will fit underneath there. So I'll be rigging something up here. But yeah, these guys are the first ones to come off. So I'm going to go ahead and loosen them and start pulling them off here. Oh wow, that was on there tight. There we go. I'm a little nervous. That one's got a little bit of Loctite on it. Well, I tell you what, it's nice working on a new motorcycle. Hey, nothing hard on this. There we go. There we go. Transmission dipstick. Don't care how much is in there. It's a brand new bike. So engine oil, tranny dipsticks removed. Now we're ready to pull off the bottom here. Hey, there we go. Nice. Here we go. And there's that sweet oil coming right on out. Looking pretty dark. It's like it should. And then you'll note that there's a little Teflon on that. Totally clean on the end, except for my finger. So yeah, there's a little magnet on the end of these things so you can see metal particles. And yeah, now we just gotta wait for this to totally drain out. And there's the tranny, looking clear. Let's see what we got on the end of here. What do you think of that, huh? A little bit of stuff on there. A little bit on there. Tranny's a lot cleaner looking. It should empty out pretty quick too. It's only supposed to have 28 ounces in it, whereas the engine's got a lot more. There goes. The tranny's already almost done. Yeah. And look at what just came off here. So, got a little bit of metal shavings from the tranny. All right. Well, that's going. We're going to get these drain plugs cleaned up. They have a little bit of goober on them. So we're just going to brush them a little bit. All the way in there. That ain't bad. This is more than I've ever done for any of my cars, I'll tell you that much right now. But Caliente deserves the best. These two plugs are clean. Let's do this. O-rings. Ready to go back on. Yeah, I got a little more engine oil to come out when I lifted it up off the Jiffy stand, so I would definitely recommend doing that because it's still kind of coming out. I'm going to go ahead and do it one more time here. Last little bit out. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so now put these back on. It recommends 14 to 21 foot-pounds. I just got this handy dandy torque wrench, which my son calls a spec wrench. He just refuses to call it a torque wrench. It's funny. And I got it set for 18. And we're going to put the plugs back on. Tranny first. There we go. There we go. 18 foot-pounds. All right, let's see how this sucker goes on here. Looks pretty straightforward. Just gonna shove it in there. Kind of get it. Let's see, it looks like that should go on the other side of the shifter. There we go. Looky there, looky there. Maybe that's enough. Get it going out of the drain pan. We'll give it a shot. It's got to be better than nothing. Okay, my handy dandy oil filter wrench. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. Just got to squeeze all this in here. Get this sucker off here. A little bit more right there. All right, we're in, and I got plenty of extension. I thought the extension would be like ridiculous, but it's just about right. Okay. Hey, look at that. It's catching it. Heck yeah. It's working good. There we go. Yeah. Alright. We're good. Alright. Looks good in there. There's the hole. Got the oil cleaned up. Oil here on my floorboard. Now you know you're wrenching. Alright, let's put the new one on. Now, one thing you should always do with an oil filter is get a little bit of oil on this seal here. That way it seals good. Right now you guys are cringing because I'm using the oil from the old filter. But there's already a little bit of oil left in the motor anyway. Alright, let's see what we got here. You're only supposed to hand tighten this. So if you guys do this at home, make sure you hand tighten. You don't want to crush that seal. New filter is installed. So, got the oil out, filter changed. Now it's time to do the primary chain. So this is hole number 3, and I've procured what looks to be a 28 ounce. I'm eyeballing it. A 28 ounce drain pan here, which in my family is known as a barf bowl. That's what we used to give the kids when they felt sick. So we make them use these bowls just in case they're gonna make it to the bathroom. So here we go. All right, fresh battery. And you can see right here, right there is the drain plug we're looking for. It's right underneath the primary. That's the one. Okay, let's get it. Ooh, and that's dark. Wow. And look at these. Look at those metal shavings on there. Yeah. 28 ounces. Please be 28 ounces. So this is the one when Off Week Garage did it. It had the most metal stuff in it too. So there we go. On the path here, third hole, draining out. Looks like it's already done. Let's pull this cover off here. Cover might need a little bit of drain time too. Got a new O-ring for in here. It's got this interesting ribbing here on this. There's not a top or a bottom to it, so it can go in either way. And just pop this sucker out of here. So I guess my advice on this step of the process would be don't go cheap. So you may get some of these kits that have these things in them, and this ring looks like it's been specifically designed for this seal, and I would definitely get the right ring for the job. Okay, that's ready to go. Now all we got to do is put the plug back in, fill her up. There we go. 18 foot-pounds. He just slips in here. Slips in there somehow. I apparently got the cheap one. There we go. That looks pretty good. I think you can just pour it right in. 28 fluid ounces. So let's see here. That's basically what we got in one of these bad boys. So one of these. Nice and easy. Give it some time to soak in there. Coming out the top. This is the part where they say you're supposed to do it with the bike upright. So you got to go slow here if you're doing it on the jiffy stand like I am. It's already starting to come out a little bit at the bottom. This is the reason why they say do it when the bike is upright. Okay. It's got to soak in there a little bit. Go to the brim. Make sure it's soaking a little bit more. So, don't do it the way Rob does it. That was not ideal. Okay, good. Now we just gotta torque these suckers down. We're in the home stretch now. We just got the primary done and got it all torqued up per spec using the star pattern. So you got to go around it like a star, like you would putting on a tire, putting on a wheel. And now we're ready to load up 28 ounces or 1 jug in the tranny and 4 jugs in the oil or for the engine. There we go. Okay, so we've got 28 ounces in the tranny, 4 quarts in the engine oil, and now we got to check it. So what we're looking for here, we're looking for it to be right between those 2 marks. So it's been sitting in there for a second while I was putting in the engine oil. We'll just go ahead and hand tighten this sucker in here. and see what we got. All right, let's see what we got here. Look at that. Right between the marks. That's where we want it. One done, one to go. Sure is easy when you start with an empty. And then you put exactly the right amount in. All right, moment of truth for the engine oil. How do we look? Oh, look at that. I love it. Right there, in between the marks. Right where we belong. Perfect. All right, so all done, all cleaned up. I harvested 4.5 quarts out of Caliente here. Should have been 6. So I'm not sure where the other 1.5 quarts went. Somewhere out there in that first 1,000 miles. Now we're ready to crank her up for the first time. Let's hear it. Oh, you know what? I think I put it in gear when I was messing with the gear shifter down here. I'll have to put it back in neutral. There we go. Neutral. Right now she's saying, new oil! New oil! Yeah. Looking good. Looking good. Okay, so let's do a little rundown here. I checked at a couple dealerships. They're going to do it for $500, and it's $130 for just the parts. Okay, so that's important for you to know. So if you're going to do this, 130 bucks. That gets you the oil, and it gets you a filter, and it gets you the ring set that you need. There's a replacement ring for the primary that I showed you, and then all new rings for all of the plugs. So 3 new rings for the plugs, for the 3 holes. And I just got done doing it. See, I think I started around 9 o'clock. It's about 10:30 right now, so an hour and a half with filming, which always slows things down because you're trying to put the camera in the right spot, trying to put oil on the camera, you know, all that stuff. I'm kind of messy when I work. And so anyway, it took me a little bit longer, but pretty straightforward. So, you know, take a look at this video. Take a look at other videos that are out there. If you're considering doing this, I think it's a worthwhile thing for you to look into. If you're slightly mechanically inclined, then it's pretty easy to do a 3-hole oil change on your own. And you'll be up and running again. And the bike will be purring. Fresh lube always works great. All right, guys, we'll see you next time.